Amizu, what's good, broski? Ouch. Oh yeah. Standing taller and taller. Brian Maynard is playing a zombie game. This dude loves
With over
zombie
2
games.
billion monthly users, YouTube ads makes it easy to expand.
Guess we're out and about and need to just crash somewhere. These extra resources we're
Are you
gonna
live
keep.
right now?
I'm gonna start stocking up on gunpowder and
Yeah,
stuff.
he's live right now.
Food, extra GPS, that we can sell. Hunting rifle we're gonna keep. This pistol we're gonna sell.
He was playing
Keep that for now.
Elder Scrolls earlier. Then I was watching somebody else play Elder Scrolls who never played. Not Elder Scrolls. Yeah, well, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Watching the guys who've never played that game actually play it now is crazy.
Really didn't have as much as I thought I did to sell.
So that is done. We're here.
So we actually got a fair bit of 45 too.
I need.
Yeah, I already checked the Blue Heli. There was just some cameras on it.
Looking for AF. A is here. I'm gonna need A29. A29 is here.
Didn't it feel like I had so much more?
Then I need a bunch of
It
F.
was
I
just
need
all the
F.
big guns. It was just all those big guns, man. I feel like I had way more stuff than. It's like, oh, we're about to go back. I mean, granted, we're doing okay on money. We're not crushing it, but we're doing all right.
Okay, I need F15.
Oh, golden, yeah. I didn't even think about set my spawn point. So,
And then I'm gonna need F10 and 11.
Here. Can we go at this too? Set spawn point. There we go.
All right, that should
So now
get
if we
us.
die, we'll respawn here at a little camp. All right, so it's food.
Then we're gonna go back to the
this.
We're gonna do. This is a lot of A and F right here. All right. Keep these on top for a second. He's in the menu the whole time. I'm trying to at least just see what the graphics on his game look like. But yeah, a lot of these gamer guys, they be playing the PC games all the time. Yo, Wendy, what's up?
Which is nice.
Ooh, I'm Mexican. All right. You got a go-to on the menus? Since that's your favorite Mexican spot, do you have a go-to thing? It looks really, the graphics look pretty cool in here. I was talking about one spot I go to, a barbecue spot called.
Can you store in the inventory in the tent and take it with you? Antonio, no,
It's called Mission Barbecue. It was started by I guess some military guys, some vets started selling barbecue, and it got bigger and bigger. Then they just turned it into like a restaurant, Mission Barbecue. And their food is really good. But I do have a go-to on there. They have a brisket. It's they call it a moist brisket sandwich. And I almost get the same thing every time. I cannot remember the last time I ordered something different than the brisket sandwich. I always eat that. Oh, the Bria tacos. You can't go wrong with the Bria tacos, dog. Yo, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, bro. I got one Mexican spot I like to go to, and that's the only thing I get from there. Their Bria is so damn delicious, man. And I tried to make my Bria tacos. They were okay. So today I did egg rolls and okra and mac and cheese and chicken, corn on the cob, and brats. And there's this really pretty, like, purple tulip in my backyard. I don't think I've ever seen that back there before. It turned out to be a lot of egg rolls. A lot of egg rolls. So I haven't eaten yet, but I think I'm gonna do a grilled chicken salad for dinner. I got some strawberries too. I'll slice up a couple of strawberries in there and some ginger, and I got some pickled onions. I'm gonna make a really nice salad. Okay, so I'm gonna take this piece. So I had the kids put the telescope together. I don't know if I showed y'all the telescope. Let me run and grab this real quick. All right. Yeah. Oh my God, so many fucking stairs. All right. So I had the kids put this together. It has actual lenses in it. But the instruction manual is very similar to this. It's a picture guide. It has some words, but you don't need a lot of words. You can just picture read. And there was one of my students, yo, she could not get that shit together, yo. I'm like, she's like, it's not fitting, it's not fitting. I'm like, look at the picture and then look at the piece. Are you holding it the same way that it's oriented in the image? All you have to do is just hold it so that it looks like in the same position like in the picture. And she could not, she was struggling so hard with that shit. It was weird. I was like, I don't know. But a lot of the kids, once they realized how easy it was to like just picture read the instructions, and that's why I showed them this before I even started putting together. Is like, look, kids, all it is, it's not even in English. It's in Japanese, but it's pictures. Just look at the picture, and it tells you which piece. And these pieces are numbered the same way. It's you have three sheets, and then it was sheet number one, um, piece 14 or whatever. But they got it, and yeah, this is pretty cool. A pirate's telescope. So I have a mechanical hand that I wanted them to do this first because I think it's a little simpler than the hand. But since they were able to get this together, now our next project is going to be to put the hand together. Because I do have that plastic one that I did. I think that'd be too hard because it has like water and I don't know. It has like a real hydraulic system where you got to put like water in it. But the other hand that I have is built just like this, using tension with rubber bands. So I think the kids will be able to do that one easier. And then plus the one with the plastic grippy hand, you got to have a screwdriver, and that's when I did that, I was like, yeah, that'd probably be a bit much for my kids, but I think I found one that they should be able to do. But now since I ordered the plastic ones, I have like 20 of them shits just sitting on the shelf, and I don't know what the hell to do with them now. I don't know if I can just like give them back to Amazon or I don't know.
There it is. It's okay. Where's that?
I really shouldn't be snacking so much because I do want to eat my dinner. I almost, you know what? Damn, I don't feel like going back down here, but I really might just go grab like a couple egg rolls. I was gonna do a salad, but I think egg rolls would be easy to eat, easier to eat.
Secondary infestation. Oh shit.
I
So
got
those
this piece,
exploders, right?
and then this piece is gonna. Go like
Definitely like kind of like a play card, yeah, for sure. I don't want to just go whacking this thing, so I don't know what's gonna happen. You don't just whack random things, dude.
hmm?
Uh, yeah. By the way, this happened yesterday when I was leaning on the. I leaned. Yeah. No, died. Just broke. Like so now anytime I lean like that shit like almost falls off. No. I give it to a dude when I move it. Now it's got a broken chair. Two broken chairs.
I need a.
Somebody said you can order a cylinder for those, like a new thing that make it go up and down, one that's not leaking. It is what it is. I didn't smell anything gross. Huh? Why is it old or something? Smells like meat. You know, they always say though, when in doubt, throw it out. Always just go to the store and grab more. Oh, what the fuck is that? It's dark as hell, chat. You gotta crank this. So, hold on. This is some like plague territory type shit right now. very red inside. Primary. So I think I've seen a thing in the patch notes that said, in order to kill the primary infestation, you have to kill the secondaries first, right? Because it's like, oh fuck, did a zombie just pop out that motherfucker? Okay. Okay, so we gotta kill the secondary infestations around here, and that'll give us access to the primary. You can see the string here that leads to it. I only see one coming off it though, so this one might be easy. All right, let's do it. Yeah, my chair is messed up. You know what they say, chat? When in doubt, melee it out, right? That's how we do in State of Decay.
When in doubt, black it out. All right, this is hard to listen to while I'm
The fuck is that?
Looking like
I have too many songs. So I've been looking for a solution and tried Vocap by Autotune. It's a
How, bro? Like that. Damn, you know what? I almost feel like I should do a time lapse of this shit. Nobody would give a fuck about a time lapse of this shit. Anyway. I mean, A10 and 20. Sure, they feel so loose to me. Like I swear I might glue that part together. Hmm. Oh, here it goes right here, right in front of me. I really do think I'm gonna eat something real quick. First, hmm. Hey guys, give me like. I'm twisting the wrong thing. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, take that off.
Anything is possible. Do you have a dream? To be sponsored by Nike. It's called Dreams. Now watch this. It shows you
the Joe Rogan experience.
Imagine you're hanging out with Trump, and he's like, "You want to see the UFO? Can you keep a secret?" Yeah, there he is, hanging out with Nixon. And they supposedly do have something that crashed, and they supposedly do have biological entities that are on ice somewhere. This, of course, according to these whistleblowers that work for the government, and now we're talking about, I just don't know what's real. It's hard to know. And you talk about it, you feel like a moron, because it's like,
there's got to be something out there. Okay, we have to assume there's something out there. Whether or not, I don't even know.
Right, but should we assume that something's been here?
Yeah.
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 I think so.
Yeah, they've been here.
Well, I would come here. If I was from somewhere else and I was like, what, imagine if you're like from some super advanced civilization that's completely abandoned war. There's no thievery. Everybody reads everybody's minds. There's no unfairness because they've worked all that stuff out. It's just superior intellect because everybody's evolved for 1 million years past where we are now. And you get the opportunity to see what a breakthrough civilization looks like, right when they're figuring out nuclear power, right when they're figuring out flight and war and cell phones and shit like that. Like, that would be like you and I going back and going and visiting the real Wild West, like being in a gold mining town in 1830. You know how nuts that would be? Fucking crazy. Be one of the minor 49ers in 1849, going all the way to San Francisco, and these fucking animals stabbing each other in saloons. Like, you know what that would be like? The kind of barbarians that took a chance with wooden wheels getting pulled by a horse and went across mountain ranges to try to get to the gold. That would be like us going to visit that. Of course we would visit that. Of course. Like, if you had a chance to see what it would like to see Christopher Columbus land in the Bahamas, to see what that must have been like, of course you would want to see it. If you could go literally back in time and see primitive humans, well, if they're just like us, but they're like us millions of years from now, of course they would want to visit us. It would be so interesting. You imagine if there was a planet where we could go, where we could see cavemen?
We go.
Could you imagine?
Fucking Moscow's got to stay an hour.
Yeah.
But it's,
well, you can see guys making fucking arrowheads with flint for the first time and strapping them to sticks, giant fucking heads and big teeth, covered in hair, just figuring out tools. Oh my God, we would be fascinated by those people.
The way I think about it is, listen, since I'm a kid, we're talking about Mars and aliens, right? Since I'm fucking 6, 7, I've been hearing about this. The moon landing was in 69, so I was 6. So it started after that. Like, I heard more and more about it. So what you mean to tell me is in 55 years, we haven't found out more information about it? We know. We know what's going on. We know. NASA's not stupid. They know something's out there. They play with us a little bit from time to time. But there's something out there, my friend.
I think so too.
There's something out there.
I think the other problem with the president knowing, can they keep things from the president? Of course they can. The president is only there for 4 years. And then he has to get in there again. And if he wins, he's only there for 4 more years. These fucking people have 30-year careers, 50-year careers in the intelligence agencies.
They know.
If they know something, and they've known something since, fucking Gerald Ford, why would they tell you? Why do you need to know? We've already been hiding this from the population for so long.
And those old timers didn't need what's that? We have to sign something?
NDA,
like that, whatever the fuck.
No, it was not NDA.
There's no NDAs back then. So there was something to it.
Yeah.
There was something to it. You got that place in New Mexico. You got Hudson County, what I think we discussed before, with the Martians land. You have all these places that have a higher volume. I wonder what's number 2 in UFO sightings.
I wonder what's number 1. What's number 1? Is it Hudson Valley?
Yeah, Hudson Valley by the George Washington Bridge, that whole thing.
That's crazy.
That's number 1. I wonder what number 2, number 3, and number 4 is.
It's interesting that a lot of them are over near where the ocean is. Because that's one of the big theories. They have bases in the ocean. Because the reality of the ocean is no one's looking. You know, if you have something on Earth, satellites can see it. Like if you have something that's in the middle of Nevada, in some deserted area, and you have buildings, satellites can see that. They can see the structures. So you have to hide them. But if you have something in the ocean, nobody sees anything. We've only explored, what is the percentage of the ocean floor that we have just explored?
Point
I think it's like 10%. I think it's somewhere around 10, maybe 20%.
10 or 15%.
So that means that 80% of the ocean floor is undiscovered. We have no idea what's down there. And it's, you know, a mile, 2 miles deep in some spots. If you're from a super sophisticated civilization that's millions of light years away, and you can come here instantaneously, and you have the ability to traverse in these, what they call transmedium craft, which means they go through air, go through water. It creates a gravity bubble around it and go through everything. That's what they think these things are doing. That's what they can go 500 knots underwater. Like nothing can do that. And if they have bases under the ocean, it makes sense that these sightings are all near the ocean. Just totally makes sense.
A lot happens in the ocean. That ocean's stronger than what you fucking think.
Yeah.
I love going to a beach and
What
just
is it,
sitting
Jeremy?
on the beach and
Seabed
watching the ocean.
2030.
Seabed 2030, what they've mapped out?
They've gotten 30% mapped. They're trying to get the whole thing done by 2030.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Oh, what if they find a base?
Yeah.
What if they get down there and they find bases? What is all that stuff? What are those lines?
I'm guessing that's where they probably sent their drones. Probably.
Whoa.
Looks like a pool scrubber. You know?
Whoa, that's crazy. So they're scouring the ocean floor to try to get them. That's why the aliens are going to come out. Wow, that's Hawaii. Whoa.
Oh, that's not Hawaii over here.
It is?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's
What are those
Hawaii.
islands in the middle? Is that Catalina?
and shit, yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, you were zoomed in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to see what this stuff is.
Oh, I see.
I think these little light colored brown spots are what's sticking up, and the rest of it's underneath.
Mm.
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he is not a believer whose stomach is full while his neighbor goes hungry. Right now, your neighbors are hungry. Right now, someone is waiting for you to act.
Because it's a small world, right? Everybody becomes your neighbor. The time is now, before the sun sets, before another child sleeps hungry, before it's too late.
Give today, feed the hunger, save lives, automate your donations, be their blessing.
Be all of their blessings.
Automate the donations? I don't know about that, bro.
Do not pay your next car insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your bill yet.
So I found this website and look at the difference.
$271 a month. I thought that this was the best that they could do. Don't even look anywhere else. This is the best price, right? Wrong. Now look at my new price. $50 a month for 2 cars. I'm even covered if they steal my cars, and I didn't have to deal with any annoying insurance agents. So many insurance companies do this, you guys. They push our rates up and make us pay even more. So if you want to try this website, I put the link below. It took 2 minutes, super fast. You gotta trust me on this. Just try it out.
Oh, CO beautiful people, I hope you all are doing well. Now, I initially planned to go live to discuss this exciting array of information I researched on this topic. However, I decided to create a video instead because I didn't want to miss sharing any crucial details that I believe everyone needs to know about this historic event that recently occurred. So in this video, I will explain many aspects of the situation and present some major solutions to the challenges faced by more than 90 million Americans due to the actions of the Trump administration. Now, although I will start by discussing some unfavorable news, I also want to share the positive information that will address the challenges like millions of people will be facing due to the orders issued by the Trump administration. So to get to the point, I want to emphasize that you need to take action in order to benefit from the measures Trump has implemented. So let's start with the bad news. All right, now, first, the bad news is that the Trump administration has announced the resumption of collections on defaulted federal student loans, which will begin on May 5th. Now, that's just a few days from now, beautiful people, okay? This includes wage garnishments and withholding of federal benefits for borrowers who have not made payments for over 270 days, marking a significant policy shift after a pause during the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm gonna get into that, okay? But first, let me play this video of the White House press secretary making the announcement.
In other news, the Trump administration has announced we will put an end to Joe Biden's illegal student loan bailout attempts. No student loan has been referred to collection since March of 2020. That comes to an end. On May 5th, the Department of Education will resume involuntary collections for borrowers with defaulted federal student loans. The student loan portfolio controlled by the federal government is nearly $1.6 trillion, but fewer than 4 out of 10 borrowers are in repayment. This is unsustainable, unfair, and a huge liability for American taxpayers. Debt cannot be wiped away. It just ends up getting transferred to others. So why should Americans who didn't go to college or went to college and responsibly paid back their loans pay for the student loans of other Americans? The Trump administration will never force taxpayers to pay student loan debts that don't belong to them. Student loan borrowers need clarity, and we're finally giving it to them. Borrowers will now be clearly expected to repay their loans, and those who default on their loan obligations will face involuntary collections. The government can and will collect defaulted federal student loan debt by withholding money from borrowers, tax refunds, federal pensions, and even their wages. America is $36 trillion in debt. We must get our fiscal house in order and restore common sense to our country. If you take out a loan, you have to pay it back. It's very simple. President Trump will not kick the can down the road anymore.
Now, I can appreciate a small portion of their reasoning for doing this. You know, they're saying to eliminate the $36 trillion debt, wherever that came from, okay, because we didn't ask for that. But anyway, and that they said that it's unfair for American taxpayers to foot the bill. I could agree with that, okay? However, I am concerned about a few things, like how some individuals, mainly Trump supporters, who are taken to social media to criticize those struggling to pay off their student loan debt. You don't need to rub it in their faces as if they don't know how to pay their bills. I need you to understand that these individuals have other priorities that consume a significant portion of their income. Most of them have jobs that pay poorly.
Okay, I don't think a battery came with this.
With degrees. Life
Battery not included
for particular people, and they need to survive just as well as you do. Some individuals have children and need to keep a roof over their heads. Unfortunately, the rising cost of gas, electricity, rent, insurance, and groceries, okay, are overwhelming for many people, making it difficult for them to manage their student loan debt, even if they wanted to. So it's not fair for you to say they shouldn't have gone to college or university then, as this situation has been prevalent in America for many years. Americans took a huge financial hit when COVID-19 arrived in 2020. and millions of people's lives changed for the worst. Newsflash, they still have not recovered from that. Now, you would think that the government would have established some form of loan relief for these individuals by now, especially since Trump is bragging about bringing back $2 billion a day to America after imposing his new tariffs on these foreign countries. I'm gonna play the clip.
Follow the leader may soon become follow the lawmaker when it comes to playing the stock market. Tonight we look at a new app that allows you to copy trades made by congressional leaders. Congressional correspondent Aisha Hasley shows us from Capitol Hill.
You can't beat them, you might as well join them.
That's exactly what Chris Joseph set out to do when he co-founded Autopilot, a new app that lets you copy stock trades made by...
Because we have a big job to do. No other president would have done what I did. No other president. I know the presidents, they wouldn't have done it. And it had to be done. What was happening?
Okay, so this right here says coin battery in parentheses sold separately. Okay. Because I just knew no battery ain't in this motherfucker.
Happening to us on trade, not only with, you know, if you look at it, not only with China, but China was by far the biggest abuser in history. China. And others also, but somebody had to do it to had to stop because it was not sustainable. Last year, China made $1 trillion off trade with the United States. That's not right. And now I've reversed it for a short period of time, but we made $2 billion. We're making now $2 billion a day. And somebody had to do it. Roger actually said it. Charles Schwab was here a little while ago, one of the great financial people, and he said he's been waiting for 40 years for somebody to do what I did over the last month. And if you didn't do it, you wouldn't have a country. It wouldn't be sustainable. So I'm honored to have done it. And you know,
Jesus Christ, this is the smallest.
A tremendous amount of spirit from other countries, including China. China wants to.
Okay, I have a
Now, anyway, I want to get into this right here because, you know, Trump is saying that America is making a total of $2 billion a day since his tariffs took effect on April.
Oh my God, bro, this screw will not go in.
Being April 25th, 2025. This is the day I'm.
And I have a
America has made it.
I have a lens kit for glasses with the little small tools in it, but I'm trying to think like, can I go directly to it? I don't know exactly where it's at. I don't know if it's in my bathroom or. Oh my God. I'm just trying to get in that little hole right there. But the screw is this fucking big. My meaty ass fingers. Ah. Dude. All right. That's it right there. I'm really trying to think, like, where is that lens kit at? Because I'm going to go searching for it and get lost trying to find that damn thing.
Do I really need to put the screw in here right now? Anyways, since I don't even have a battery for it. I don't want to lose this little screw though. Dude, just screw in there. You know what? You know what? You know what? Man, fuck that goddamn screw, bro. Look, man. In the box with your bitch ass. I don't got no battery anyway. Fuck that shit. This shit is harder than threading a fucking needle. Bitch, you wait till I find my little teeny ass screw. I'm gonna screw the shit out this screw. Watch. You know what? Yeah, fuck that shit for now. I'm frustrated with that already. Okay, so what do we do with this? Or we just... Well, it says, right here it says, don't use a screwdriver to screw that in there. What the fuck? All right, anyway, looking for a 7, 8, and 11. Okay, this is 7 and 8. Egg rolls.
A total of $46 billion in just 23 days so far. Now, I understand that people need to pay their debts, and I'm sure that they would if you gave them some relief in the areas I mentioned earlier. Now, check this out. Let me show you something else. Look at it, okay? Because if this cycle of $2 billion a day continues for the rest of the year, the United States government will have made about $548 billion in 1 year, or for the rest of the year, rather. Okay? Now, taxpayers wouldn't need to worry, and neither should the government, really. I mean, especially since you are claiming how much fraud you and Doge discovered when auditing the government spending. If those government officials involved in fraudulently spending taxpayer dollars on unnecessary things don't get penalized, then neither should the American people be punished for not being able to repay their student loan debts, right? I mean, you can't be concerned about taxpayer dollars when it comes to Americans owing money while pursuing a higher education, yet be unconcerned about the government fraudulently spending taxpayers' money for years without facing any penalties. See, you're favoring the government and not Americans at this point, right? See, you really can't trust any of these politicians to keep their words on things that matter most to Americans. I always say this. They're all the same. Now, take this chart, for example, which compares Trump and Biden's proposed policies on student loans during the 2020 election. Now, look closely. When it comes to repayment plans, Trump will maintain the Obama-era rules. Borrowers are required to pay 10% or to pay 10% of their discretionary income, with loan forgiveness starting after 15 years. In contrast, under Biden's plan, borrowers will pay 5% of their discretionary income with no payments required for those earning under $25,000. And forgiveness will occur after
I can't hold that
12
shit in
years.
my hand, bro.
Now, when it comes to loan forgiveness, Trump was open to the idea, but he didn't have a policy in place for it. Biden said that he would forgive $10,000 for federal borrowers. Okay? Now, where it says here for the for-profit colleges, borrower defense, Trump repealed the Obama-era rules, while Biden said that he will reinstate it. Right? Now, right up under that, free college.
Did I chop a piece of that off?
Trump
I
was
did,
opposed to free
motherfucker.
college. While Biden said college will be free for households with an income of under $125,000. Now, would these student loans disappear if borrowers claim bankruptcy? Trump didn't state any position on that note, and Biden said that he would ease the standards. So now, jumping ahead, on his way out of the White House earlier this year, the Biden administration approved a student relief program right before Trump took office. And it says, quote, "Today my administration is approving student loan relief for more than 150,000 borrowers, bringing the total number of Americans who have had their student debt canceled by my administration to over 5 million. These 150,000 borrowers include almost 85,000 borrowers who attended schools that cheated and defrauded their students. I mean, those schools should be held responsible. You can't just admit that and not hold these schools responsible. 61,000 borrowers with total and permanent disabilities, and 6,100 public service workers. Now, I'm not a fan of neither party. Like, I don't support Democrat nor Republican. I'm an independent thinker. So I can acknowledge that Biden, along with other political figures, contributed to the financial issues students face or were facing, okay? However, I can also say that he made several attempts to address these problems once he became president. And the Supreme Court blocked it, and the opposing party rejected some of them as well. Yeah, I'm gonna play the clip.
Now to the latest on President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, giving relief to millions of Americans, but not everyone is happy about it. Our chief White House correspondent Cecilia Vega has more on that. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, Amy, good morning to you. The White House says that this could potentially provide life-changing help to some 40 million Americans, and many of those students who are wrapped up with that student debt, they are certainly celebrating this morning. But as you said, that criticism is pouring in from both sides of the aisle, with some saying this goes too far and others saying it doesn't go far enough.
Breaking news from the White House this morning. The Biden administration has announced that it is automatically forgiving $39 billion in federal student loan debt for thousands of borrowers. NBC News senior White House correspondent Kelly O'Donnell joins us with this breaking story. So Kelly, this news comes about 2 weeks after the Supreme Court rejected President Biden's debt relief plan that would have forgiven up to $20,000 in student loans. More than 40 million people have been impacted by that. So what do we know about this new announcement from the Biden administration?
That's being
Well,
greedy.
Jill, when the Supreme Court put that plan from the Biden administration on the shelf, saying that was not lawful, they could not go forward, the president and the Department of Education were looking for other ways within the law that they could argue where they have authority to try to relieve some of the burden. And so the Department of Education today is announcing this plan, which looks at a system that connects repayment of loans to people's income level. And it found that there was an administrative flaw, they say, in the system over the years that needed to be updated and fixed. And this is under the powers under the Higher Education Act and within the authority of the department secretary. And so what they've been able to do is grant this loan forgiveness for those people who qualify under this program, and it's a considerable number, and it is much smaller than the sweeping plan they talked about, but it's one of the tools that the administration and the president have said they would be trying to deploy, looking for ways within the law, within the system to provide relief. And so they argue that there were credits that those borrowers who've been paying back their loans over years were not properly given. And under the law, those who had paid the loans over a sweeping period of 20 to 25 years were supposed to have forgiveness. And the math on that had not been kept up to date. And so this is part of trying to make this administrative fix. And the result will be giving a reduced burden of debt and a real windfall for those who qualify. Not a full piece, as the president hoped, but a step in the direction of providing relief for student borrowers.
Now, I mean, okay, hear me out. Even though he contributed to these issues in the past, Biden at least made attempts to address them during his presidency. The current problem is that the Trump administration has reversed Biden's final order regarding his student loan relief program. Now, even though he contributed to these issues in the past, Biden has made at least made attempts to address them during his presidency. Okay, the current problem is that the Trump administration has reversed Biden's final order regarding his student loan relief program. As a result, all borrowers who owe money or are in the process of defaulting will face serious consequences come May 5th. Okay, and that's a major problem for millions of Americans. However, there is a possible solution to all of this that I want to bring to your attention. So now let's move on to the good news. Now, between Trump's previous presidency and his current one, he has been pressuring large banks to relax their strict policies, aiming to prioritize small business lending over activities similar to those of hedge funds. This initiative is part of an effort to, quote, restore traditional banking practices. Hold on, let me put up some leads. Here goes some sources right here. It aligns with attempts to repeal regulations, such as the Community Development Financial Institutions Fund, and to eliminate what he considers now obsolete, that's a quote, rules to reduce compliance costs. Now I'm reading some notes that I took here because I want to make sure I'm writing exact. Trump signed several exact.
I own both video games, and I think the games are awesome. But I've never seen the show because I don't have whatever streaming service it plays on. I don't have that. So I want to watch the show, but I just don't have access to it. because one of the biggest features of the game was the narrative. It was the story, and it was the character build and the character arc. So it was very much cinematic video game, and a lot of people really liked that aspect of it. It was just like playing a really good movie, and so a lot of people could see it as a screenplay. Okay. Oh, motherfucker! I already broke his damn head. Damn it, man. All right. Oh, the game was excellent, bro. Excellent. Okay. Yo, my man's he got ahead, yo. He's getting ahead in life. Yo. Yeah, it's pretty badass. All right, and that took us about an hour. I was even eating while I was doing that. That's pretty good. Pretty good timing. So next up, is the weapon. So we got all the way to here and installing the head on the body, and then it kind of tells us what parts to take off to get to the battery whenever we need to swap it out or whatever. And the next build is the gun. A, Y, and S. We're gonna need to build that. It seems like that's gonna be an easy build. That's just a half a page, really. Slap that gun together, and then the blade is next. The blade, and then the shield. Yeah, it's giving us all the weapons and everything, and it wants us to build the arms last. Why would I already have a weapon and a shield that I can't hold yet? Why don't you I could just skip ahead to build the arms, I guess, and then do the weapons last. I really might do that. I really might skip the weapons part and go straight to the arms. Has a good head on his shoulders. Yo, my man Dre, what's good, broski? Yo, yo, it's one of my good friends, yo. Known this man since we've been kids. What's good, bro? He done popped into the channel. All right. Caught me in the goddamn, in my little, well, this is actually my secondary studio. Doing a Gundam model build. What's good with you, fam?
I wish I was clocking the hours. Well, we can look at we can go back and clock the hours on the streams, I guess. But there is a couple of times I was building off camera, so it's not a lot, but still. Like I say, we're gonna skip the weapon build and go straight to the arms tomorrow. Oh boy, we got a lot done today. Just chilling around the house. We did what, 3 hours in the studio working on that painting, and we did a pretty big meal prep. Then we got another hour of model building in. I even played a little bit of Spider-Man earlier today. That's what I'm about to go do now. About to go hop on the game and goddamn. After that, I'm gonna pack me some lunches for the week and wind it on down. Wind it on down. Oh, my bad. Dre, I didn't see your comments to start with, man. Oh, you already know, man. We always trying to do something, keep ourselves busy, man. Boredom is the worst thing, dog. Can't be bored. The rest of the build is gonna. I think the hardest parts are done right now. I think the next challenging part may be the hands. It's just putting all those fingers and everything together on the hand, but the arms shouldn't be too much. The arm shouldn't be too much, and the weapon shouldn't be too much. Nah, yeah, we definitely got plenty done today. Definitely got plenty done today. I say even such a nice day, cooked out on the grill. Let me put the setup back over here so I don't have to switch around tomorrow. Uh-oh. Yeah, it wound up being really nice this afternoon. It was kind of chilly and a little like drizzly this morning. And I was like, I was still gonna cook out on the grill anyway, but I was like, damn, it's gonna be kind of cooking outside. But then it just wound up getting really nice. So it wasn't too bad cooking out. All right. All right. Oh. And back in on this side, like I say, now I don't have to. I'll just be ready to stream after work tomorrow since I got this set back up. Yeah, we'll hop back on this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hop on the game for a little while. Yo, Drake, lock my channel in, man. I stream all the time, bro. I stream almost every day, dog. With the same shit, some paintings or some other shit like that, or cooking, whatever I be doing. I'm about to get up out of here now, y'all. Hey, always appreciate you guys chilling in the stream, keeping me company. Hey, keeping me motivated. But how is it? Dang, when it is late for you, it just seems so weird because there's so much daylight out right now. It's almost 6 o'clock. A lot better. Yeah, I did take a leave, and I did some stretching. I stretched for a little while and took a leave, and I cannot find my heating pad. I don't know where the hell my heating pad is at. But I did like I say, just stretched out and sat in that fucking chair for a little while.
Yeah, it's crazy late over there. That's wild. Yeah, take your ass to sleep. I agree. Say come play some Spider-Man with me, but it's getting late. I'll catch y'all in the next stream. Hope y'all have a good evening. Peace until next time. We out of here.